things, when you look at that offense that makes them maybe a little bit more dangerous? And like some of it, you go back to maybe changing out some guys, but still, what makes them so dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, it starts up front. They've got a really strong, talented offensive line, well coached. They do a lot of things well. That's kind of where it all starts. Up front in the trenches. That's what allows them to run it, throw it, do all the things they do. So that's where it begins. I think the addition of over the last couple of years, they add a A.J. Brown. They go out and they get the running back. I mean, you're talking about special players. So they've done a really good job putting together playmakers around Jalen, and Jalen's gotten better and better. And so they're a very good offense.
How does it change things, too, for you guys? Cody Barton going to be out for a little bit, and how does that change things for you at that position?
Yeah, I mean, you know what we have to do. What do we say? Next man up. I mean, that's what it has to be, right? So for us, Dave is the guy. He stepped in last week, played pretty solid for us, and they're a little different in what they bring, but Dave is the guy that'll play a little bit more.
I don't know if it's a state secret then, but with Cody out, does that mean David Mayo would have the green dot, or would it be somebody else like a Cam Curl who's on the field basically every play?
Yeah, it'll be somebody else that's on the field every play.
Fair enough. As somebody who's been a head coach before, obviously it's trade deadline week and people want to trade this, do that. How challenging is it to bring in players this point of the season and incorporate them, even if they're good, to maximize the scenario if you do want to bring somebody in?
Well, I think the best offer we had was a ham sandwich for me with no mustard. So we're going to pass on that. Look, that's a different. We didn't have that when I played, so I never experienced it as a player. As a coach, it's not something that I'm in charge of. Those kind of discussions are for other people. So, I don't have much to add to that. I did have a ham sandwich quote for you. I mean, I had something.
You didn't say what kind of ham.
Right. Really good ham. Honey baked ham.
Do you talk to the guys about that at all? I mean, everybody sees
what?
what's out there about the trading deadline of
No.
it when they're okay.
Not a word about it, really.
Okay.
Everything's about the Eagles. Everything's about, staying together, playing hard, competing every day, improving. We're 3-4. We're right in the middle of a pack of teams that are, hunting for a wild card position at this point, even though, the division is not out of the question, but we're going to have to start winning a hell of a lot more than we have. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, one week at a time in this business. The NFL is, just look around the number of stories and then the next week how it changes. It's a week-to-week league. We've just got to get ourselves ready to go compete.
Kendall Fuller, what have you seen from him this season? And has he, even with his experience level at his age, has he taken another step just in his play?
I think he's just been really solid. He's consummate pro. He studies. He works hard. We're trying to play to his strengths, and he's had a good start to the year.
Last time you guys played the Eagles, the tush push was kind of the big storyline. But after kind of seeing it in person and playing against it, do you feel like you have a better idea of how to attack it, or kind of a different way of attacking that particular play?
No. I think the combination of the line, the quick center, the quarterback with the 1,000-pound squat, whatever it is. I mean, you add all these factors, they add up. They do it better than anybody else in the league right now. That's just what it is. We'll take our shot at it, but we hope to keep them out of those situations. The less push tush or whatever the heck it is, the less of that we line up against, the better.
Curious, obviously division opponent, you know them real well anyway, but having just played them within a month, any advantage, disadvantage playing them again this quickly?
We both know each other. I mean, I think I think that's part of divisional play and part of playing them twice a year, every year, and so I don't know that the fact that it came a month ago, I don't know that makes a whole big bit of difference.
Emmanuel Forbes got back in the lineup last week. Curious how you felt he did.
He did okay. Yeah, he's working at it. I like the way he's working. He's competing, and that's what we ask.
Was there anything different about his play, even in the limited action?
Nothing to comment on.
Fedarian returned to practice. The window's open. I guess how quickly do you see him, whether he's activated this week or not, how quickly do you see him getting back into the rotation with you guys? Or I don't know if back in is the right word because he just hasn't been on the field a lot, but how quickly do you kind of see him getting back out there?
I'm all for it. That's coach is going to make that call. We'll see how it works with the rest of the roster and those decisions that have to be made. But we're excited to have him back at practice, back working. He's a big, strong man, and we'd love to be able to use him.
In that unit, the line as a whole, you've got a lot of different options to the point that F.A. Abada was inactive last week. What was sort of the thought there in terms of why him in this particular game?
Yeah, just overall health. A little banged up inside. Felt like having a true tackle up was a better option. You forgot it? All right, it'll come to you. It happens as we get older. We forget things.